Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wadeen Gymnasium for today's big North Atlantic Conference matchup between the Husson Eagles and the UMaine Presque Isle Owls. I'm Ricky Goupel on play-by-play today, and we got a fun NAC matchup here today between the Eagles and the Owls. Last year, the Eagles came up here for a doubleheader late in the season, and it was a doozy. Husson won the first one in 5 sets, and then the second game ended up being a 4-set match, but every set seemed to be neck and neck, real close. The Eagles ended up taking the conference victory, and then last year finished one game ahead of the Owls in the conference standings, so that game ended up being the difference as to who had to play Maine Maritime. And this year, first conference matchup of the season for UMPI, second for Husson, but the Owls don't want to repeat that fate. They want to try to come out on top here today, get going on a good foot in conference, but also get going over the Husson Eagles and have to not worry about that being a tiebreaker later on in the season. Of course, the format's a little bit different this season, but all these games matter quite a bit. Just 8 games, 8 conference games on the season are played, and this is number 1 of 8 for UMPI, number 2 of 8 for Husson, who is coming off a victory over Leslie. They are 2-11 overall, but the win over Leslie in straight sets gets them to 1-0 in conference. UMPI 2-4 overall. They won their first doubleheader of the season against UMFK, 3-1 in both sets, and have lost 4 straight since, but they were all competitive. Salve Regina, they gave them a go. Very good team out of a good conference. Lost in straight sweeps both of those games, and then Fisher College recently this Sunday at home. They lost 3-1 and 3-1. So that is the story of UMPI so far this season. Very end-loaded schedule as they played this is just their 7th match of the season here, and we are already into October. Hard to believe it, but the Owls will look to get going. A big test here today. They are a little banged up, but are going to give it their best shot against the 2-11 Husson Eagles. But again, mentioned 1-0 in conference where it matters. So UMPI going to try to hand them their first conference loss of the season. That's going to do it for our pregame show here. We're going to set it for a quick break and be back for starting lineups.
Expect to be challenged.
Expect personalized education.
Expect innovation.
Expect to find yourself.
UMPI has helped me in so many ways, helped me find my passion.
We have small classes and you really get to know your professors.
Teachers are always offering, after school support or scheduling Zoom meetings.
Your teachers and instructors will go the extra mile for you as long as you're willing to put in the work.
All my professors help me to step out of my comfort zone and push myself to my limits.
Expect a supportive community.
Expect family.
Expect compassion.
Expect to feel at home.
UMPI has definitely made me more prepared for my career. I was able to get the real world experiences my first semester.
Attending UMPI has definitely opened these doors for me. It's helped me, stand out amongst the crowd and working as a reserve officer.
I chose UMPI because of the Medical Laboratory Technology Program. It's one of the few programs in the state that you can go and get hands-on training in an actual lab on site.
So being a student athlete is pretty easy here at UMPI.
At UMPI, I could focus on my baseball and my academics, and that's great.
I actually came to UMPI because of the basketball team. We made playoffs my first year. Then the second year, we made the Final Four. Second year in a row, we made the Final Four. And hopefully, we can win it all next year.
The big thing at UMPI is we have amazing activities.
There's a lot of stuff you can be outdoors. The school also puts on activities basically every day, so there's always something that you can do around here.
I chose UMPI because it was local, very affordable for me.
Affordability definitely played a major role in my decision to come to UMPI.
UMPI was the most affordable option.
Expect affordability.
UMPI has helped me immensely.
It's helped me realize how much a leader I am.
I think definitely UMPI has opened some new doors.
I'm doing so many more things that I didn't think I could do.
Your growth, the opportunities, the friendships, the teachers, the faculty, everything just comes full circle.
I am very happy that I came here.
So that'll do it for starting lineups and the national anthem. Now Giovanna Oliva, the PA announcer here for UMPI. And we are just about set. We got Dave Gustin upstairs on the camera for us. And we are debuting a new streaming package today. So bear with us as we work through some difficulties. But hopefully there are none, knock on wood, as both teams will huddle up. And we are just about set for some volleyball. Small crowd right now, but I would expect it to fill out as the evening progresses. Here it is Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. start time. The Eagles came up today. I'll be hosting their third home match of the year. 2 of them were doubleheaders, so I guess you could say it's their sixth. Their fifth. Their fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home matches this season. I'll be coached by John Bowman. The Eagles coached by Carl Lebsack. The interim capacity has been the assistant for a while since 2022. So he is no stranger to this Eagles program, leading them through some new territory this season. Just about set our officials today. Mr. Gentry, Mr. Burkhart. Mr. Gentry is up on the ladder for the match today. It's not a doubleheader, just the one single game match. So serving first for Husson, it'll be Jana Prescorn, And Jana floats it over, dug out right away by Maluteo. The set by Gardner and the attack by Jade Ansbach. It's recovered. Back to UMPI's side. Gardner again. Now over it's Bullhughes, and she will get the kill. So UMPI on the board first, thanks to Brianna Bullhughes. 1-0 in the early goings. Husson out there. We'll get their starters here in a second. Bullhughes on the serve, just perfectly touches the net. And now the attack here by McPhee. Dug out by Bullhughes. And now here's Gutierrez on the other side. Set up in the air. The over there by Daniels. And then back the other way. A dig by Gray. Husson recovers. And here's UMPI going into their offense. Gutierrez, the one you want attacking, gets it over. Going the other way, it's McPhee again. Over by Ansbach. May Morse digs it and now set up in the air and an attack by Daniels, but the point will go to Husson. Take a look at our play of the day, see how everything works. Well, it didn't that time. I didn't click it soon enough. Apologies there. 1-1. A long second point here today. Kolkow accidentally hits it over, and now see who we get. UMPI will win the point there. Going to say that Daniels was over the net, I believe. Into the game for Husson, it's Autumn Balint. Excuse me, I got the pronunciation. Baliant is into the game for the Eagles. That serve is long. Back to 2 apiece. So trading blows here for the first 4 points are the Eagles in the house. The Eagles libero Morse will serve it over. And the Eagles win the point. Ball went out in the hallway somewhere. Coach Mark Knight, game day manager, looking for it. Doesn't know where it is. Served into the net. UMPI will get that one. We're tied at 3. Gardner, the freshman for UMPI, serves it over. Bad dig, and UMPI wins the point. Gardner will get credited with the ace there. She is one of a lot of impact first-year players that Coach John Bowman brought in. She is up there in the conference in assists. Won Rookie of the Week a couple weeks ago. Attack here by Gray. The dig attempts there by Bullhughes. And Husson will win the point. So back and forth we go here in the first set, 4-4. Another sub into the game for the Eagles. It's Peyton Hooker. She's coming off a Player of the Week last week. Didn't get the start today, but coming off the bench here for this first serve for Husson. They've already used a couple of subs. Coach John Bowman won't have that liberty today. A little banged up, as I mentioned in pregame. That one over by Bull. Here's in the attack there by McPhee, I believe it was. And Husson will win the point. Actually, I think that was Gray that ended up getting that attack. Hooker on the serve. A good one. Bull Hughes digs it out. Set by Gardner. The attack by Colcow. The block, and we continue here. Dug up in the air. Miscommunication. Mateo hits it over. Not an attack. McPhee. That was Gray, excuse me again. Over by Gutierrez, and Alpi will keep it alive. There's Hooker, and Gray will set her feet, go over. Mateo the Laboro again. Now the touch over. Nice touch there by Evelyn Elijah, but Husson is able to stay alive. Gardner sets. Attack by Colcow, too strong, and the Eagles go up by 2. Replay works this time, and it does. Just a little too strong there by Colcow. Right idea, went for the right spot on the floor, but a little too much on it. Gutierrez forces a high touch. Hooker digs it, and now an over there by Valiant. Elijah hits it over. May Morse. Back to Prescorn, and Prescorn will get the kill there as Uppy couldn't quite handle it. It's 7-4 Eagles. So after trading 1 and 1 for the first until we were 4-4, Eagles have won 3 in a row. Mateo up in the air. Gardner now over by Colcow. Set by Hooker. Here's Gray. Block, and we continue. That was Elijah and Colcow that went up. Hooker hits it over. Hooker again. This one is out, and Uppy wins the point. A much needed one there for the Owls. 3-0 run. And I gotta press the replay quick in volleyball. My fault. Producing, announcing, doing it all. Trying to, anyway. Valiant gets the kill there for the Husson. Actually, that was Prescorn. Another sub for the Eagles. It's Daniels back in to the game for Valiant. It's 8-5 Eagles in set number 1. Michaela Gray will serve it. A good one off the net. Gardner recovers in time for Colcow to attack, but it's into the nets. And Husson wins the point. They go up by 4, 9-5. Coach Bowman gets to use a timeout, although I wouldn't be surprised if Husson wins the next couple to try to nip this thing in the bud here in the first set. That one too strong. Uppy will take it. 9-6. Elijah gets the ace there for Uppy. And Elijah will do it again here. A sophomore for Uppy. Had a good freshman year. Also a great track athlete. Great in shot put up there in the conference. A nice block there by Bull Hughes, and Uppy wins that one. They've rattled off 3 in a row after falling behind by 4. And it's 9-8. Husson. Elijah hits it over. Bad reception there. Good recovery by May Morse, and Husson, almost survives. May Morse almost kept that in. Look here, see if we caught the end of it. Hooker just a little slow on the, or a little short there on the reverse bump. Attack by Daniels, and Husson ends the mini Uppy run. Double whistle here. Make sure we're all good, and now the serve is on the way. That one from Daly Foss, and Uppy wins it. Too strong. And we're tied at 10, just like that. Looked like Husson had an edge there for a second, up 9-5, but Uppy winning 4 of the next 5 points. 5 of the next 6, excuse me. In the air, Hooker sets it. Attack by Peruti. Uppy recovers. Going the other way, Bull Hughes. Another point for her. Limited playing time so far in the season, but she gets to start today and has been a big impact player so far. Bull Hughes playing in just 2 of the first 6 matches of the year for UMPI. Game against Fisher College this Sunday. Peruti hits it over. And Spock. The dig by Gray, the set by Hooker, and the attack by Prescorn. UMPI can't recover. And point goes to the Eagles. We're tied at 11. Another sub here for Coach Lebsack. McPhee is back in the game for Husson. It's over with Prescorn. Nice save there. And the Owls are able to keep it alive. Mateo's back. And a kill by Onspach. Nicely done by UMPI. Salvage point. Just barely. May Morse digs it. The set and an attack here. And getting clean points so far. Gutierrez and now a block by Husson, but it goes out and UMPI will win the point. That was Peruti going up for the block there for Husson. Just bounced off for the wrong way. Bull Hughes on the serve. Attack by Peruti, too strong. And UMPI wins another one. Now they have a slight advantage, 14-11. Biggest lead for the Owls today. McPhee, nice touch over, but a dig by Colcow. UMPI can't recover from that, though. Ricky Cooper with you here today on this Friday afternoon North Atlantic Conference opener for UMPI here in 2025. They are 2-4. Husson 2-11 overall, 1-0 in conference. Oh, nice touch there by Gardner, but Husson is able to save it. Over by Gray. Mateo, now here's Gutierrez. Dig by Daniels, and UMPI catches in there. Another sub coming our way. Valiant is back in for Husson. Mallory Mateo, the freshman libero for UMPI. A good serve there. Miss hit by Gray. Mateo up there in the conference and digs this season. Service error there, and Husson wins the point. 16-14 it is. It's a 13 it is, excuse me. Gutierrez hits it over. Good point by Husson there. They needed it. 16-14 as we enter the late points here of set number 1. Get just a single game here today. Husson comes up 95 for the down and back. And just a single game. Of course, if it was a doubleheader, only one would count towards the league anyway. Miss hit there by May Morse into the net, and UMPI will get it back, 17-14. Gardner too strong. So a couple of bad serves in a row. Peyton Hooker's coming back in for Husson. It's in for McPhee, and Hooker third in the conference in service aces, so they've used this twice now. They've subbed her in right before would have been McPhee's serve. Again, coming off a player of the week last week for Husson. Good one there. Dug out by Bull Hughes. Now Colcow, a little too much on it, and Husson back within a pair. 18-16 it is. I'll be just trying to hang on here. They fell behind early, 9-5. Neither coach has used a timeout so far, so Expect those to come soon here as we approach the end of the set. May Morse, now Hooker, and here's Michaela Gray. Bullhughes, Gardner and Elijah, nicely done. And it's hit out by Hooker, and the Owls win the point. Nicely done there by Brooke Gardner. She has been a machine as UMPI's primary passer. Their setter this season leads the team in assists by a significant margin, 109 to lead UMPI. Another sub for Husson. Kim Daniels is in, man. Coach Lepsak really likes to utilize that bench. Got to use them wisely. Of course, you only have a certain amount. Haven't seen May Morse leave the floor, maybe once so far. She's a libero. UMPI's libero digs it, and now here's the attack there by Bullhughes. Too strong, and we're tied at 18 in a deadlock here in set number 1. Nobody's really been able to gain an edge. Husson did briefly at 9-5, and UMPI did there at 14-11. But other than that, it's been very back and forth. Bullhughes over to Mateo. Bullhughes will hit it over to play another day here. May Morse, sit out Hooker. Foss hits it over. High in the air. Gardner. Nice assist there. Gutierrez back to Gardner. Elijah went for the soft attack. Didn't have enough on it. Then Husson will take the lead at 19-18. Here comes our first timeout, I think. Coach Bowman. Nope, not. I guess not. They're going to keep playing. How they overturn that? It'll be UMPI's point. I'm going to say over the net there, I think, is the ruling. So a big break there. Elijah with the serve. May Morse high in the air. Hooker, nice save. UMPI will have to recover, and they can't do so, and Husson ties it at 19. Mateo back on for the Owls. So they get their defensive players out there with Mateo, Gutierrez, and Bullhughes. UMPI without one of their top freshmen this year. Bailey Rosentrader is out today. Had a big impact so far this season. Kolkow over and through the block. And UMPI wins a big point to make it 20-19. Take a look here at this one. Right through the twin blocking there on the front net for Husson. Oh, nice soft attack there by Prescott. She's 7th at the conference in points per set. 75 points as it stands on the season to lead Husson in that category. She gets one there, a big one to tie it at 20. Every point huge here from here on out in set number 1. Happy to have you here today. This Friday afternoon North Atlantic Conference matchup. Gutierrez off balance. Oh, nice over by Mateo to keep the point going for UMPI. Husson will try to attack from there, and they do successfully. So the Eagles with a big point. UMPI thought they might save it for a second. Look at this kill here. Just a little too much for Mia Gutierrez to handle. We got our first timeout here. Coach John Bowman will use it at 21-20 with the Eagles in front. Take a look at the upcoming schedules for both teams. Husson with a huge homestand coming up. They got Bates, Cobleskill, Delhi, USM, and UMFK. 5 home games in a row after this one. 2 of them are conference with Cobleskill and Delhi. Then for UMPI, home stretch to end the season. Their last home game on October 11th, that should be, against Linden. Johnson and Linden next weekend. And then, of course, Husson today, they go to Maine Maritime this week for a big test. So Big stretch coming up for both teams here this season. Husson with more non-conference games than the Owls have, who have the conference gauntlet. Jonna Prescorn to serve. Too strong, and a big one out of the timeout for UMPI. They will take that break. We're tied at 21. Could we be headed for extra points here? We will see. Just trying to get to 25. That's the name of this set. It's been sloppy at times. It's been pretty good at times, but inconsistent throughout. They saved that. Volhuse gets her hand between the ball and the floor somehow, and we continue here. Back over. Ansbach with the skip set. Dug out by Prescorn. Set by May Morris, and the attack by Daniels. Husson will win the point after that. So more exciting points so far in this one. Goes the Eagles' way, and they lead 22-21. That one wide, and we're tied again. So a lot of service errors. Both teams, I guess more so on the side of Husson lately, and that was a big one. To tie it back up and give UMPI the serve here with 22-22. Another sub in for the Eagles. Got to be close to their limit here. Valiant is back in, and she will receive it right away. Attack by Peruti. Too strong. UMPI in front, 23-22. Ansbach with the serve. Valiant receives it again. Attack here by McPhee. And the Eagles win that one. Off the tip. And we're tied at 23. Another sub in for Husson. It's Daly Foss is back on the floor. So unless somebody wins 2 in a row, we are headed for extra points. Trying to get to the match point right here is the big part. Mateo. Pass it over to Elijah. She hits it over softly. Now set in the air. Here's Gray. What an attack by Michaela Gray. Couldn't come at a more important time. Just ate up Volhuse. So UMPI will use their second timeout here with the match point in favor of the Eagles. So 24-23 as it stands now. Husson will have the serve and the match points. It's been a good first set. Everything you could ask for in a volleyball set. As back and forth, not many huge leads. A couple of mini runs, but really no pattern to look at and say, could have done this better, other than maybe Husson could say they could have served the ball better, though they do find themselves with the match point here. 24-23. As the Eagles will set up. So it's the libero for Husson. Amanda May Morse will have the serve for the match. And UMPI's in trouble, and the Eagles will take set number 1 off the ace by their libero, Amanda May Morse. So the Eagles take number 1, 25-23. What a set it was. And they will go up 1-0 here in this best-of-5 single-game match as the teams will trade sides. Back here with Eaton Gymnasium, Husson takes set number 1, 25-23. We're tied at 23. And then big service ace at the end by Amanda Mae Morse wins the set for the Eagles. It looked like it was destined for extra points, but ended at the regulation 25 to 23. As we're getting ready for the second set here. We're pleased to have you today here on UMPI Athletics. Simulcast on WHOU.live. One of the biggest providers for high school sports in the state of Maine. Work their way to the college side as well. Check them out, especially come basketball season when they stream hundreds and hundreds of events. So a new starter out there for UMPI this set. It'll be Nyla Gabosh, who did not appear in set number 1. She is out on the floor here this time. So our officials make sure our lineup is set. And Maui Mateo will be on. Evelyn Elijah off. Get their libero on the back row set. And we're ready to go here at set number 2. UMPI needs this one. Don't want to fall behind 2-0 here in a conference matchup. Gabosh gets it over. Mateo, Gardner, and Spock. Husson will dig it out cleanly. Hooker on the pass there. Skip set. Oh, nicely done by Gardner. Almost caught him off guard, but Husson's able to recover. A little disheveled, no doubt, and UMPI will win the point. Thank you to Brooke Gardner there. Caught the Eagles off guard, went for the soft spot in the middle. They did recover, but kind of had to scramble for it. Then UMPI takes the first point, 1-0. Nice serve by Gabosh. Going to lay out for the reception there. And over. Skip set by Hooker. Gutierrez digs it, and now the attack by Bullhughes. We'll keep going. Oh, nice dig by Gutierrez. Able to keep it on the side, and then Husson's on the net. UMPI takes the second one. 2-0 Owls. Trying to come out with a little more energy here in this one. It was flat to begin. Probably, no doubt, due to the small crowd we had, but a lot of people have filled in. A lot of students over there. Almost entirely made up of students, the crowd is right now. Supporting UMPI Volleyball. Husson keeps it going. Gutierrez. Now Gardner looking for a attack here by Mateo. It's short and into the net. Jonah Prescorn will have the serve for the Eagles. Mateo. Gardner hustles over. Now Gutierrez, almost the perfect kill there, or perfect attack, excuse me. Goes to the top of the nets, and Husson ties it at 2. That serves into the net just barely. Prescorn, so a couple of so close hitting the white of the net there the last 2 points, both one for either side. Bullhughes with the serve for UMPI. And the Owls win the point. Set. Here's an attack by the Eagles. Nice dig by Bullhughes. Gardner over to Gabosh. Good attack and into the net. And UMPI wins another. They lead 5-2. Tied for their biggest lead of the first set when they led 14-11. They have it early on here. Bullhughes again. Mae Morse on the reception. Oh, nice attack there. I think that will go to Kate McPhee for Husson. Makes it 5-3, ends the short UMPI run. Kim Daniels will have the serve for Husson. That one's in. Service ace here for Daniels. Nice job. One's another easy one there for Husson, and she will have it again, so Humpy got to be ready here for that spot. Mateo directing traffic in the back row. On Spock, digs it. They got to scramble for it. Kabosh gets it. Now Gardner will hit it over softly. Gray, now the soft attack by Peruti. Gardner on Spock, the block. What a block by Peruti. Take a look at this one, folks. See if we get a chance to. Textbook right there. Might have fixed the replay buffer, I hope. We're tied at 5. Kabosh, Mateo, and Gutierrez, some miscommunication, but all's well that ends well. Uppy hits it over. Gray, Gardner, Gutierrez off the bluff there by Onspach, but she got all of it. And we're tied, Husson goes up 6-5. Gutierrez a little too overzealous on that. It was a good opportunity. He set it up well. That one too strong on the serve from Daniels. Tied at 6. Husson will get somebody into the game. Elijah is in for Umpy. It's Valiant, Can't get that name right. Excuse me. Apologize there. I'm trying. It looks like Valiant when I look down, but it's Valiant, according to the pronunciation guy. That one goes over. Mishit. Umpy will reset here. Gardner. Elijah. Gray. And the block. See if they credit a block. Either way, Umpy gets the point. It might have been into the net. Gardner and Elijah went up. And they lead 7-6. On Spock. Attack by McPhee. She gets the kill for Husson. Mateo coming back on for the Owls. We'll get a score correction here. Should be 7-7. Too much on the serve by Mae Morris. And back over to Umpy. It is 8-7 Owls. That one's in, the ace by Gardner. So Umpy with a little bit of breathing backs here. Just barely in. Take a look. Can we see that again? Now we got to go to this point here. Umpy wins another one. Gardner on fire. See that last serve that was just barely inside the line. See if we can back that up. Oh, couldn't have been placed any better, and here she goes again. Gray has to hit it over softly. Gutierrez, that's what she wanted last time. Mae Morris is there for the dig, though. Set in the air. Here's Gray again. Tipped around. Mateo had to hit that one over, and she can't do so. So Husson does end the run, and it is 10-8 Umpy. They will win back the serve. Peyton Hooker is in for the first time this set. She will have the serve for Umpy, one of the better servers in this North Atlantic Conference. Just a freshman out of Plattsburgh, New York. 21 kills, 71 digs on the year, but leads Husson in assists with 187. Gabosh got it in there just barely, and I mean just barely. Take another look if you can at this one. Mateo dishes it over, and Gabosh hits it. Wow. Very close. With the right call by our line judge over there. That's Diego Maldonado. Holding down that line. Elijah Mae Morris touches it, but Husson can't do anything with it. And Umpy now with the biggest lead of the day, 12-8. And with their floor captain, Mia Gutierrez, has the serve here. Oh, great one by Gutierrez. But Husson, nicely done on the reception. Gardner scrambling. They got to hit it over. Gutierrez does. Saves the day there, at least on that one. Attack, and Uppy recovers. Here's Gardner. Full Hughes. May Morse digs it. Hooker passes it over to Prescorn, and a good point there by Husson. They earned that one. Another sub for Coach Lebsack's Eagles. Daniels for Bolliant. I got it right that time. I said it right. That one was close, and it's just barely out. So we've got a couple of close calls here the last couple of times, and I think our line judges have been doing a great job so far. Members of the UMPI baseball team work steady. The D3 level, that's what you get. And they've done a good job so far. Our two officials here today were up at Fort Kent yesterday. $14-9 UMPI, now ahead by 5. Again, their biggest lead of the day. Hooker hits it in the air. Nice attack by Michaela Gray. Wins the point for Husson. Take a look. Couldn't quite pancake it there. Gutierrez laid out. 14-10. Husson in front, 1-0 for the sets. Gabosh hits it over, too much on it. That was all from the serve from Bailey Foss. She will have it again here. Foss, a nice one, just barely out though. A little wide of the mark, 15-11 UMPI. Now we'll get the serve to Gabosh. See, Coach Bowman really does not use his subs. Of course, they are shorthanded this match, but he likes to stick with the lineup that he puts out there to start the set. He put a different one out there with Gabosh starting this time, and she's been out there ever since. Nice dig by Gabosh. A skip set and attack by Gardner. Hooker was ready, though. She digs it. Pass in the air. Laying out there, Gabosh. Keeps it alive. We're still going in the air. The attempt to the block. And now Gutierrez hits it over, and we continue. Hooker to Daniels. Onspach and Gardner went up for the block. Well, what a fun point that was. That was one of the fun ones of the afternoon so far. Went up for the block here, but it just dropped on the wrong side of the net for UMPI. So Husson ends up winning that point, 15-12. Prescorn, down Mateo. Gutierrez, May Morse. They hit it over too strong in the attack from Daniels. So UMPI wins that point. That was a clean point on both ends of things, except the attack by Daniels at the end. But took a while for the teams to settle in, it seemed, in the first set. A little bit of sloppiness, so the serves have been on point for both sides here as of late. Pass from Prescorn. Mateo, good dig. Now Gabosh, just out. 16-13, UMPI trying to maintain this edge. Oh, nice serve by Kimberly Daniels. That one a clean ace. Went right after Gabosh. See what she does this time. Husson back within 2, 16-14. Closest has been in a bit. Daniels trying to get even closer. That one hits the net. Mateo dives for it. Onspach. Oh, great block. We continue, though. Gutierrez. Oh, and another great block there on the front row by Peruti. And Husson back within 1. See who else went up with Peruti there. A couple did. 16-15. Oh, would have been a perfect serve if Daniels had a little more on the height of it. Just touches the white, and UMPI will get a much-needed point to end the mini run. Elijah back in for the out. She enters for Onspach. That's the first sub UMPI's used, I think, in this set. First or second sub. Mateo with the serve. May Morse try to pancake it. Press score laid out, but nothing doing. And UMPI wins that point. They're back up by 3 here. Trying to even this match out at 1-1. Husson did win the first set 25-23. If you're just joining us, it was a great one. And this one's been a good one as well, although UMPI has maintained the lead almost throughout. Bullhuse. Now Elijah duked him out. Great job by Evelyn Elijah at the front row. Take a look. The backwards set caught Husson off guard. Didn't have time to recover. They lead by 4, 19-15. It's out, and the point will favor UMPI. 20-15. See if Coach Lebsack wants to use one, and he will. Right now, trailing by 5. The Owls have the momentum. And they lead 20-15 here in set number 2. Here we do Gymnasium. UMPI leads by 5, trying to even out this match. Did not fall behind 2-0 and have to win 3 in a row. Malvi Mateo has the serve. A miss hit headed right to the table, and UMPI wins it right away. Not what Coach Lebsack wanted out of the timeouts. Serve from Mateo. Couldn't catch the serve, but caught the aftermath. Here's May Morris on the reception. That one just inside the line. Husson needed that one in a bad way. It's still a 5-point lead for UMPI, though. May Morris will have the serve. That one into the net, though. And the Owls will take another freebie. 22-16 it is. Oh, nice serve by Gardner. That was one of the best ones we've seen out of her today. Elijah, May Morse digs it out. Just pass it back to McPhee, hits the antenna. And the Owls have the Eagles on the ropes in this set, 23-16. Coach Lebsack still has a timeout left. I wonder if he'll use it or not here. If he wants to keep the momentum. Another great one from Gardner. McPhee hits it over softly. Gardner. Now Elijah. Oh, what an attack by Evelyn Elijah. And UMPI has the set point here, 24-16. Take a look at this. Great hit. Great placement. And the Owls playing their best ball of the afternoon here. And who else would they want serving, although Brooke Gardner just missed that one. Husson will have a fighting chance here, 24-17. They get Hooker back on, their best server. She will have the serve. I'll be trying to hang on to this one. In great position to do so. It was 25-23 in the first set in favor of Husson. Hooker into the net, and UMPI wins set number 2 by a score of 25-17. They really came on towards the second half of that set, and we're tied at 1 apiece as the teams will switch sides. But a fun match we have on tap here as the Owls and Eagles will trade places. We'll be back in a few brief moments for set number 3, the rubber match.
Expect to be challenged.
Expect personalized education.
Expect innovation.
Expect to find yourself.
UMPI has helped me in so many ways, helped me find my passion.
We have small classes and you really get to know your professors.
Teachers are always offering, after school support or scheduling Zoom meetings.
Your teachers and instructors will go the extra mile for you as long as you're willing to put in the work.
All my professors help me to step out of my comfort zone and push myself to my limits.
Expect a supportive community.
Expect family.
Expect compassion.
Expect to feel at home.
UMPI has definitely made me more prepared for my career. I was able to get the real world experiences my first semester.
Attending UMPI has definitely opened these doors for me. It's helped me, stand out amongst the crowd and working as a reserve officer.
I chose UMPI because of the Medical Laboratory Technology program. It's one of the few programs in the state that you can go and get hands-on training in an actual lab on site.
So being a student athlete's pretty easy here at UMPI.
Oh, at UMPI, I could focus on my baseball and my academics, and it's great.
I actually came to UMPI because of the basketball team. We made playoffs my first year. Then the second year we made the Final Four. Third year, second year in a row we made the Final Four. And hopefully we can win it all next year.
The big thing at UMPI is we have amazing activities.
There's a lot of stuff you can be outdoors. The school also puts on activities basically every day, so there's always something that you can do around here.
I chose UMPI because it was local, very affordable for me.
Affordability definitely played a major role in my decision to come to UMPI.
UMPI was the most affordable option.
Expect affordability.
UMPI has helped me immensely.
It's helped me realize of how much a leader I am.
I think definitely UMPI has opened some new doors.
I'm doing so many more things that I didn't think I could do.
Your growth, the opportunities, the friendships, the teachers, the faculty, everything just comes full circle.
I am very happy that I came here.
We're back here at Wadeen Gymnasium for set number 3 as the Owls and Eagles are tied at 1 apiece. UMPI won the last one 25-17. Husson won the first one 25-23. So who knows how this one will go. The Eagles will have the first serve. Ricky Goupel here doing the play-by-play for you, debuting a new streaming package here at UMPI. Try to move up in the world. Hope that everything has been good on the viewer side of things for you. We are simulcasting this on, of course, our YouTube page and WHOU.live. So it'll be Jonna Prescorn with the first serve for Husson. They will try to win the first point for the first time today. UMPI took point number 1 of the first 2 sets. Gabosh receives it. Gardner, now Mateo, soft in the attack, a little bit too soft. And Husson does win their first point of the day. They lead 1-0. It's Prescorn again. Oh, nice serve. Got Gabosh off balance and put it right in front of her where she couldn't get it. 2-0. Good start for the Eagles after kind of falling, I wouldn't say falling apart, but really didn't have anything going for them at the end of that last set. And now they have everything going for them. UMPI does recover there. I thought that was going to be a 3-0 Husson lead. But instead, the Owls win the points. Good scrambling there for UMPI. Would have been 3-0 Husson, and instead it'll be 2-1 with the serve going to Brianna Bolhughes. Bolhughes lobs it over. Oh, great dig. And then over by Mateo, and UMPI wins the point. Wow, that one was crazy. Future ones you'll see some pinball action here. Gutierrez in the right place at the right time, and then Mateo, the libero from the back row, hits that one over, wins the point for Umpy. The attack, the block by Onspot goes out. Julia Levitt, her first, I want to say the first time she's been on the floor today on the kill there. It'll be Jonna Travis in now. We got a Jana and a Jonna on this team for Husson, so I apologize if I'm mistaken those first names. Mateo couldn't get it over there. It's 4-2. Four 3, Husson leads. Gutierrez on Umpy will continue it. Crazy recovery off the block attempt there from Husson. Oh, great attack by McPhee. She'll get the kill there. Apologize, didn't have the camera on the right thing there. Had it on the floor for that point. My fault. But Husson will win the point thanks to Kate McPhee. Got a good look, I guess, at the net, but another one for Husson. Julia Levitt making it happen there. And now here the serve will go to Leah Pelequin. Pelequin lobs it over. Gutierrez on the reception. Gardner back to Gutierrez. Husson will dig it out. Skip set. Continuing. High over. Gutierrez went up for the kill right away. It's back and forth pinball action here again. And we'll continue. Husson. Back over to Umpy. Gutierrez. Gardner. Now Mateo. Drops it over the net. And we keep going. One of the longer points today. Hits the antenna, and Umpy will win that one. Amanda Mae Morse back in for Husson. Gardner on the serve for Umpy. Into the net. And it's 7-4 Eagles. So last couple of times, well, first two sets, I guess you should say, it's whoever had the early lead ended up winning it. Hayden Hooker is back in for the serve as they've done the first two sets. Get her in there for her serve and then keep her in there for a bit. But whoever had that early lead ended up winning it, although the first set was more back and forth. They say it's out. Take a look at that one if we can. Hooker's serve. She thought she had an ace and they overturned it, so it'll be Husson's point. That was close. Very close. Might have been on the line. So Husson ends up getting the point as they overturn it. 8-4 it is. Hooker will keep her serve. Mateo off the tip there, and Umpy wins it. Hooker went up for the set dig and ends up ricocheting out of bounds. So Umpy will win that one and get back within 3. The big one there for the Owls. So Mia Gutierrez will have it. Press scored on the attack, but Umpy wins it. Gutierrez will have it again. Umpy needing a little bit of a run here. They would love it. That one too strong. Gutierrez on the reception. Gardner passes it over to Bull Hughes. The block attempt by Foss, and Prescorn is close, but no cigar, and Uppy wins another one, 9-7. Husson wins that one. Nicely done by the Eagles. Get a second look here. Not much you can do when it's coming in that hot. Husson hasn't been able to get the normal passes off that they would like, but they did there, resulting in a nice kill. Gaboche in a block by the Eagles. Julia Levitt, along with Alana Peruti, And Husson has the momentum here, leading 11-7. Riley Colcott will get back on for Uppy. Foss with the serve. A little bit too much. And it's 11-8. Colcott's serve would have been close to the line. Husson plays it. Soft attack by Prescorn. Uppy recovers. Now Bull Hughes attacks. Hooker over to Levitt, and she drops it in the corner. So Husson playing well here to start this set. Went from their worst ball of the day at the end of the second set to their best ball here at the end of this one. Hooker will come off. Kate McPhee back on. Mateo. They continue. Husson's been good at the net, but Umpy's able to recover the last couple times. Skip set and a great attack there by Kate McPhee. Umpy didn't expect. Take a look. Had to scramble for it, couldn't close the gap in time. And it's 13-8 Husson. Prescorn with the serve. Mateo receives. Colcow from way back is able to attack it over. Oh, what an attack by Levitt. And Husson finding their stride here. Look at this one. Set by Prescorn, and then the hard attack by Levitt placed perfectly. Couldn't be any better. And Husson with the biggest lead they've had all day. 14-8. Umpy led at one point by 7 last set. They ended up winning by 8. Mateo. Now Gardner, and here's Onspach. No tip, they say. And Husson wins another one. 15-8, they extend their biggest lead of the day. Timeout called by Coach John Bowman. And Umpy's going to need that one. They trail by 7, although they look really good at the end of the last set to tie it at 1. Things have totally shifted here through the first part of set number 3. 15-8, the Eagles lead this one. $15-8 out of the timeout by Umpy. Husson will have the serve. So Jana Prescorn will have the ball first. And then eats up Nyla Gaboche. Husson continuing to dominate this set. 16-8 it is. Diving reception there by Gutierrez. And Mateo passes it back to her, and they get it over. They'll continue here, and continue again. Bull Hughes hits it over. Nice dig by Gray. Skip sets, and that one is out. So UMPI finally gets a point. They needed it big time. In trouble here is Husson. They hit it over though, Levitt on a nice reverse. Onspach went up for the kill, but she couldn't get on top of it. Sails it out of bounds, 17-9. Husson in front. Here comes Jonna Travis, is back in for the serve. One of three captains on this Husson squad, along with Leah Peliquin and Julia Levitt. And she drops it in there. Good serve by Jonna Travis. 18-9. This is one of your UMPI. Just try to get something going. Forget this set. I mean, crazy things have happened, but forget trying to win the set and get it all back at once. Just try to get something going here as Husson wins another one and leads by 10. It's the most dominant either team has looked all day. We are tied 1-1, but Husson looking like they will go up 2-1 here. Travis with another one, and it's out. So UMPI needed that break. Travis exits after a spurt of 3 or 4 points. Malby Mateo. Nice serve. Made Morse dive for it. Husson able to recover though. Gardner dives. They hit it over. May Morse. Prescorn and Gray. UMPI continues. Gutierrez. Dive by Prescorn. May Morse. Now here's McPhee on the kill. And Husson, just when it looked like UMPI might have had some momentum back, they lead it 20-10. Here's Peliquin. Another one of the three captains for Husson is on for the serve. The Eagles in front by 10. UMPI just wants to try to find what they had going for them in that second set. Going into set 4, looking like they will have to force a fifth set if they want to win this. Gray, the attack and the deflection. The Eagles can't be stopped right now. They just can't. Getting their better servers in the game here. It's made all the difference in this set. Peliquin. Another ace. And it's 22-10. That one's out. Peliquin too strong. Another one coming in. Alana Peruti is back. Coach Lebsack, or Carl Lebsack, really likes to move his chess pieces around, and he's done that all afternoon. Getting those better servers in, getting them, when they lose the serve, getting the better back row players in. Here comes Peyton Hooker again. Husson's used 11 subs, so they still got 4 to play with here. And they lead by a significant margin, so probably not going to be a factor here in this set. 23-12. The Eagles in front as Hooker hits that serve into the net. Mia Gutierrez has the ball for UMPI. McPhee, Hooker on the skip set. UMPI was ready for it though. Gardner. May Morse. Now McPhee, and it's in. Husson getting all the breaks. Well, I wouldn't say they're breaks, but man, everything seeming to go there here, and they will have a match points. Take a look where this one landed. Hopefully we can do it in time. Right inside the line. Gardner, set point for Husson here. Nice attack by Elijah, but the Eagles recover. Now Levitt hits it over. Gardner again. Oh, nice job there by Brianna Bolhuse. One of the better attacks we've seen today. Still match point here. It would take a miracle for UMPI to get back and win this set. Also just needs 1 point of the next 12. And there it is. 25-13. This set will end, and Husson will be in front 2-1. As we switch sides again, the Eagles with a chance to win it here in set 4, leading 2-1. Two sets to one, Husson in front. They took the first one by the slimmest of margins, 25-23. UMPI took the second one, 25-17, and then Husson completely reversed the script in set 3, winning 25-13. So they will have 25 points, separating them here from a second conference victory. And the Owls will have to salvage this one, force a do-or-die fifth set. The Owls with the serve. Riley Kolkow will hold it first. And UMPI will try to rally troops. We saw Evelyn Elijah between sets trying to rally the team. That was a miss hit there by Julia Levitt. Almost hit her teammate. She could see her go hands to her face right away. Obviously not what she meant to do. UMPI will take that break and take the first point here. 1-0. Elijah diving is May Morse, and Husson keeps it alive. Can you believe that? But UMPI wins the point anyway. Crazy sequence there. The end of the point here. Elijah with the kill, but did have it saved for if Husson ended up winning it, how they saved that. May Morse with the dig there to keep it alive, but UMPI wins the point anyway. 2-0 it is. Mateo, nice dig. Got a miss hit there by Elijah, but good effort nonetheless by the Owls. First sub of this set here for Husson. Julia Levitt making her way on. Prescorn with the serve. Gutierrez. Now Gardner. Back to Mia. And Mia gets the kill. Miscommunication there by Husson as Gutierrez. We'll say thank you very much. The UMPI's kill leader this season with 41. Next closest is Riley Colcow with 33. And UMPI's without Bailey Rosentrader, who has 32 kills this season. Gabosh, nice dig. Back to Gardner, who attacks. And that one is out of play. UMPI wins the points. And they lead 4-1. So the Owls come out with the momentum in this set. Again, the first three sets, the two had that early lead, has come out on top. Doesn't mean it will happen here. Of course, it's only 4-1, but that's the pattern so far. Husson, a weird play there. They were able to get it over. Julia Levitt works with Prescorn. McPhee out, just long. And the Owls jump in front 5-1. McPhee into the net. UMPI will win another. 6-1. What a start for the Owls here. After Husson absolutely dominated that third set, they've come out and flipped the script just like the Eagles did last set. So a good back and forth match today. We had everything. We had neck and neck for a whole set. We had some big runs for a whole set. And now here we are, UMPI trying to salvage this fourth one to force a fifth do or die set, and that one is just out. So Husson does win the points. They trail 6. Here comes a sub. Really, Jonna Travis in. Take a look at this attack here and how close it was. You had a lot of ones. Those line judges have had their work cut out for them. Nice over by Gutierrez. Here's May Morse. Passes it over. Too strong in the attack from Kate McPhee, and UMPI wins another. 7-2. Jade Ansmock subbing in. Levitt's back on for Husson. Except for their serving specialist, Jonna Travis. Here's Elijah with the serve for UMPI. Gray, a nice dig by Colcow. Gardner passes it to Gutierrez. Dug out there and then tripping over herself was Jana Prescorn. She's able to laugh it off. 8-2 UMPI. Her teammates laugh it off for her, it looks like. The court monster got her. Peruti. Now Colcow. Gardner skips set just too strong. Right idea. But UMPI still sitting on a 5-point lead. They want to keep that, preserve that. Eloquin too strong on her serve. Peruti's back in. Gray attacks. Malby is there. Mateo, that is, to dig it out, and a block. But it goes out, and UMPI wins the points. Everything seeming to go their way here. 10-3 dominant start to this set for the Owls. Take a look at the block attempt. Thought Husson was going to send that back, return to sender. And a service error. Husson will take it. Here comes Peyton Hooker to take the serve for the Eagles. Mateo, a miss hit. It goes right over, but UMPI has a chance to return this right in the face of Gardner. She keeps it alive. Back to Gabosh on the attack. Gray. Now Gabosh again. Gardner. Pass it to Gutierrez. A block by Husson. It's Daly Foss and Jana Presscorn coming together for that one. Cleanly done by the Eagles. They've really ruled the net today. Another serve for Hooker. That one's out, and Peyton Hooker will have another. Gabosh, Gardner. Now Colcow hits it through the block, but Husson recovers. It was dug out by Gray, who now attacks, and it's out. Just wide. So I'll be keeping them at bay. Here comes Caitlin Robertson for the first time in the match. She's in for UMPI to take the serve. Another freshman for Coach Bowman from Herndon, Virginia. Robertson lobs it over. May Morris too strong in the dig, but Hooker recovers for Husson. Now Ansbach, Gardner. Here comes Gabosh. Softly touches it over. Attack by Presscorn. Colcow wanted to catch Husson off guard, but mishits it. And the Eagles win the point, 11-7. Presscorn. Now Gabosh. Touched over by Ansbach. Gardner. Colcow. Nice dig on the back row for Husson. We'll keep going. Robertson can't get there in time, but she dives for it. Gutierrez is going to come back for Robertson. Mateo digs it. Set in the air. Ansbach hits it over. Hooker passing it over there to Levin, who couldn't get it over for Husson. Evelyn Elijah back in for Jada Ansbach. Mateo with the service for UMPI. They pass it over Levin. What a kill! That one sails into oblivion. But that's one of the hardest hit balls we have seen today from Julia Levin. I think she had most of the first set off, but since then she has been a big difference maker for Husson. And they're chipping away here at this UMPI lead, 12-9. The Owls did lead 10-3 at one point. So a 6-2 run for Husson. Nice attack there by Elijah, but the Eagles are able to return it over. Here's Colcow through the block. Presscorn. Now Hooker back to Presscorn. Mateo. Gardner. Gabosh. Just saying last names here as this point continues. Hooker hits it over, touched softly, and it's out. And UMPI wins the points. So a weird end to a great rally. The Owls needed that one. Trying to keep Husson at arm's length here. Colcow Levitt, now Hooker. Hit over by Peruti. Elijah, May Morse. Hooker mishits on the pass. It goes over, and the point to UMPI. Al's trying to time the block. Couldn't get it as Husson attacks through it. Elijah touches it over. May Morse sets. Now Levitt, another hard hit ball. UMPI is able to dig it. Elijah, and now Gabosh softly touches it over. Al's trying to go for the block. Husson wins the points. 14-10. Received by Colcow. Gardner to Gutierrez. Wide on the attack. Husson looming here as UMPI jumped out to that early lead. They haven't gotten it closer than 3, though, but they do have a chance to do that here. Prescorn with the serve. A dig by Colcow. Elijah. Oh, diving dig by May Morse. Now hit over by McPhee. UMPI sets up. Attack by Gabosh. High in the air. Gutierrez digs it out. A skip set. And we continue here. The team's methodically going at it, and then a surprise attack by Gardner, but a recovery. Prescorn sets it to Peruti. Mateo. Now Elijah hits it over, and the Owls end up with the point at long last. One of the longer rallies of the day. See how it ended. Mateo and Gardner, UMPI's passer, gets it to Elijah, and she gets the kill. And a nice job there for UMPI to stick to their recipe through a set that could have turned to chaos. Both teams were very calm in their approach there. The Owls win it in the end. 15-11, they lead. Elijah, skip set in the attack by Gardner. Now into the nets. A double hit, and UMPI wins another. 16-11. Looked like Husson had some momentum, but the Owls digging deep here. Coach Lebsack still has a timeout in his back pocket. Well, 2 timeouts. Both coaches have everything, but wonder if he'll use it here soon and try and win this in 4. Or if he'll try to let his veteran group work it out themselves. Attack by Levitt. Colcow. Gardner. Gutierrez. Through the block. McPhee. Long on the attack. And the Owls in front 17-11. Timeout. There it is by Coach Carl Lebsack as UMPI grabs the lead. Taking a look at the conference standings here. MMA up top at 7-5. Everybody chasing them. That's been the theme since as long as you can remember, I think I looked the other day, MMA has not lost a conference game since 2016. So the Mariners, no doubt, still the team to beat here in the NAC. Gardner. Gutierrez hits it over. Husson will recover. Here we go. Out of the timeouts. Cole Cal lobs it. Peruti, awkward hit there, but Husson's going to end up with a point somehow, some way, as Levitt hits it over where nobody was. Take a look how that happened. Levitt falling away, just trying to get it over, ends up being a kill. That's just volleyball for you. Humphrey still with a 5-point advantage. Here's Jonah Travis, serving specialist today for Husson. Mateo, a miss hit, and Travis gets the ace. Husson trying to rally off a little bit of a run here and maybe steal this thing in 4. Humphrey's held the lead wire to wire in this set. They led 10-3 at one point, 6-1 to start the set. Gutierrez, oh, nice kill. Finding the soft spot. Take a look. Mia Gutierrez, sophomore captain for UMPI, certainly had one of the better freshman campaigns we'd seen in years here. Aaron Otto is coming on for UMPI and for Jada Ansbach. Ansbach will go see the trainer real quick, looks like. So Otto is the sub for her. Big spot for Aaron Otto coming into the game for the first time today. UMPI with the 5-point lead. Elijah dives. Otto, nice set. Back to Elijah. And there's Otto again, just too much on it. Navi Mateo is back on. (18-14). UMPI trying to hang on here. That one's in. It dropped in off the net. So Husson with a bit of a break there. Back to 3. This is as close as they've gotten it, though. Every time it seems like the Eagles are going to turn things around in this set. UMPI does enough to keep him at bay, and now Coach Bowman wants to use one of his 2 timeouts here. Why not? They have the 18-15 advantage. Of course, a must-win set here, trailing 2-1. Taking a look at those standings yet again. I was mentioning Maine Maritime at 7-5. Vermont Johnson 4-8. UMPI 2-4. Just 6 games into their schedule. Thomas 2-8. Husson 2-11, but 1-0 in conference are for the Terriers and the Eagles. Cobleskill 1-8. Delhi 1-15. Linden 0-11, and Leslie 0-13. So right in the beginning stages of the conference schedule we are here. But the Owls trying to take this one today. I mean, it's a tough first conference matchup of the season. I mean, you don't get, Johnson and Linden that you'll get next weekend. You get the Eagles, who you trailed by a game in the final standings last year for the 3 seed. This is a big one. I mean, I know it's early in the league schedule, but got to know this is a huge one for as far as playoff implications go. These teams always pretty close together in the final standings. As Husson wins the point out of the timeout, now they get within 2 for the first time in this set since it was 2-0. Peliquin. Gardner. Gutierrez, another soft attack, but Husson is able to keep it alive. But the Owls win the point anyway. So it looked like they might have had a crazy save there. But the Owls do win it. And it's swing points like that that might make the difference here in this set. UMPI with a 3-point advantage. Brooke Gardner with the ball. High serve. And it goes through the hands of Gardner on the attack by Prescorn. Here comes Peyton Hooker again. Mateo. Gardner. Now Gutierrez with the attack. Maymorse with a dig, but a miss hit on the set. And UMPI wins another big point. In front 20-17. Maymorse, Hooker passes it over to Gray, and a great attack by Michaela Gray. Husson needing all of these here as UMPI comes within 5 points of taking the set. Here's Michaela Gray. Mateo with the reception. Gardner passes it over to Gabosh on the attack. Morse up to Hooker, and now here's Levitt. Mateo, another dig. Gutierrez, soft attack, and another big kill by Mia Gutierrez. Get another second look here. Just makes it look like she's going to absolutely blister it, and then just drops it in front of him. She's had 2 huge ones in this set, just like that. A miss hit on the dig. Husson keeps it alive, though. Nicely done. And now UMPI miscommunicates, and the Eagles will win the points. 21-19. This is getting dangerously close to Husson with the serve here. Getting dangerously close as the Eagles inch closer towards the end of this set. All they need is a little run here, although Foss mishits it into the net, and UMPI needed it. Hard kill by Julia Levitt, another one. She's had a couple this set that are just coming at you. UMPI can't do anything with it. Try to get it to her here, no doubt. Husson would like to do that and steal this thing. Win it in 4, but UMPI 3 points away from forcing a 5th and deciding sets. Prescorn, Mateo, too strong on the dig, and an immediate block and kill by Julia Levitt. Timed it perfectly. Just boom, boom, from one hand to the next. And Husson's within 1. Both coaches with a timeout still. Gardner. Now Elijah lobs it over. Prescorn passes it to Levitt through the deflection, but she hit the nets. And UMPI wins the point. 23-21. Stuff happening at the net with Julia Levitt this time. She makes contact with it. Might have been the antenna, I don't know. Well, either way, 23-21, UMPI in front. Nice serve, and what a break. As Gabosh hits the white, and it drops right in front of Husson. Nothing they can do about that. And UMPI has a set point here. Look at that. Nasty. Timeout called by Coach Lipsack as UMPI has a chance here to send this thing to a 5th set. 24-21 is the lead. 2-1 Husson in sets. But the Owls with a chance to force a 5th set for the first time this season here at home. First time UMPI has played in one all season. Just the one road trip to Salve Regina earlier this year, and then everything else has been at home. And it'd be their first fifth set since they played Husson last year, right here on this floor. That was back on November the 2nd, 2024. And one of the best matches I've been a part of, or been witness to anyway, as Husson came out on the winning end. UMPI would like nothing better than to do exactly the opposite here and win this thing in 5. But it starts with this point by Nyla Gabosh here, has the serve. Off the white again, and this time it drops on UMPI's side. So she did it to him last time, but this time not enough on it. So I guess to call it even. Here's a serving specialist again, Jonna Travis for Husson. Subs on, trailing by 2. Travis lobs it over Gabosh to Gardner. Here's Gutierrez, the look UMPI wants, and they get it! As Mia Gutierrez kills it, and the Owls force a 5th indecisive set. What a match we have had today as the Owls win that one. As we've gone 1-1, trading back and forth as we got a coin toss for the serve of the 5th set. So a little confusion who had the call. I don't know who won the toss. So Husson will have the serve. They do win the toss. So volleyball is played best of 5, and that's exactly what we got today. It'll be who is the best after 5 sets. Just a quick recap today. Husson won set 1, 25-23. UMPI won set 2, 25-17. Husson won set 3, 25-13. And UMPI won the last one, 25-22. So it's been back and forth all day long. Right now, Husson led in kills by Kate McPhee and Michaela Gray, who each have 8. And UMPI led by Mia Gutierrez with 7. The led in points also by Gutierrez, who has 7. Husson led in points by Gray and Julia Levitt, who have 7.5. Gray has 8.5. So those are the leaders here. So the teams will break their huddles. We are just about ready to go in this 5th set. As our officials will check the lineups. This is a big one. Can't express enough how big this is, even though it's early regular season. We'll be approaching the midway point for Husson, but a huge one in the conference slate. It's the first conference game of the season for UMPI, the second for Husson. And UMPI really needs this one. This year, the format, no divisions anymore. No top seed hosting in each division. It is now all the top 6 teams out of 9 make the playoffs. And there would be the top 2 seeds getting a bye, which would mean the number 3 and number 4 would each host. And UMPI trying to get to that 3 or 4 spot to host a play-in game. That's exactly what they want here. It starts today, but Husson has the serve out of the coin flip, and we're going here in set 5. And it starts with a kill by Husson. Julia Levitt with another big one. She doesn't lead the team in kills, but man, she's had so many big ones throughout. Prescorn gets it to Gutierrez. They pass it over to Gabosh, who was hiding on the side. Prescorn, now Levitt again. Different type of hit, and it caught Uppy off guard as Mateo and Gutierrez go diving for it. A great effort. But Husson in front 2-0. Another kill by Levitt. See, Mateo and Gutierrez showing off their athleticism there, though it was well out of reach. Prescorn still has the serve. It's first of 15 in this 5th set. Soft touch. Prescorn was ready for it. May Morse, now Levitt, hit high in the air. Over by Colcal. Prescorn again passes it over to Levitt. Dug by Mateo. Set by Gardner. Attack by Colcal. Peruti. Now it's hit over. Umpy again here. Long point. Laying out for the dig there. And on the block by Elijah, we continue. Elijah tries it again. Hits it again. We continue still. Gardner now over with Gabosh. Prescorn passes it back to McPhee. Elijah high in the air. The longest point is saved for the 5th set here as we keep going, folks. We keep going. Gutierrez and now Gardner. The attack by Colcal. Husson keeps it alive. Unbelievable point here. We continue. May Morse dives for the dig. Prescorn passes it over. That one's in, and Husson wins it. Unbelievable. The point might have lasted well over a minute as the Eagles end up taking it. Huge momentum swing, too, as Husson now up 3-0. Gutierrez. Gardner passes it to Elijah, who hits it over. Gardner. Colcal. Now here's Levitt. Hits it softly this time for a change. Gabosh, the block on the net, and Husson wins another 4-0. A dream start to this 5th set for the Eagles. Coach Bowman trying to get a sub up. It'll be Bull Hughes back in for Umpy. Really nothing either side did wrong in that point a couple points ago that lasted forever. Prescorn has had the serve this entire time in this 5th set. Pass to Colcal. Gray, Prescorn, now Levitt. The attack. Gutierrez trips over herself, got in the way, and now Husson is in front 5-0. And it's getting late early in this 5th set for Umpy. This is exactly what they wanted, this opportunity, as Coach Bowman will take the timeout. They wanted this opportunity to take down the Eagles here at home early in the conference schedule. But opportunities may be running dry here for Umpy as Husson taking all the momentum here. 5-0. Thought whoever was going to win that long point was going to end up taking the momentum, and that's exactly what happened as Husson won the next 2 after. Umpy's right there. They just haven't been able to get it to fall their way in this set. And the Eagles are 10 points away from taking this road knack victory from the Owls. I'll be trying to steal it at the end here. So Prescorn still has the ball in her hands, and Umpy just wants to get it out of her hands here. Not that it's been all aces, it's just see something different here. Get a point on the board in this 5th set. Another good one from Prescorn, and it eats up Bullhughes. Gutierrez salvages it. Colcow will hit it over, and Umpy's able to save that one. Mateo. Gardner passes over Bullhughes. The attack, and Umpy gets one to drop. Just what the doctor ordered for the Owls. Attack from Brianna Bullhughes. Take a look at this kill. Beautiful hit right through the block and ricochet straight to the floor, so Umpy needed it. McPhee softly touches it over, creates some chaos, but Umpy recovers. Here's Levitt. Another soft touch, and Umpy can't get there in time as Husson takes back the momentum. Mayor needs the need to string points together here, but Husson in front 6-1. And here comes Travis again for the Eagles off the bench for the serve. Gutierrez with the dig. Gardner passes to Bullhughes. Husson again. Umpy has no answer right now. Prescorn has stepped up as that setter here lately, but she's really facilitating this Husson offense. As it was Hooker earlier, and now lately it's been Prescorn. Mateo up in the air. Here's the attack from Elijah. May Morse passes over to McPhee. Gutierrez is ready. They say it was an illegal hit and a double hit there, and Umpy wins the points. Nyla Gabosh is in for Brianna Bullhughes. 7-2 Husson. We're tied at 2 sets apiece. Here at Wadene Gymnasium. Umpy needs a run here to get back in this set. Bullhughes gets one just when they needed it. Little lack of hesitation possibly for Husson here off the serve. Lack of urgency, I guess. 7-3. Gabosh again. May Morse digs it. Gray. McPhee couldn't get her hands on it. And Umpy wins another. So here is perhaps that little bit of breeze they needed. 7-4. Gabosh. The service. May Morse on the reception. Prescorn passes it over. Oh, nice awareness and anticipation from Evelyn Elijah. And Umpy's won another 3 in a row here. 7-5. Timeout called by Coach Flipsack. He wants to nip this thing in the bud right now, as Umpy has rattled 3 in a row to come within 2. Take a look at this last point for the Owls. But look at Evelyn Elijah at the net here. Just knowing where it's going to be, where they are going to be. Prescorn hit it back, but then Elijah says, I'll just take that, thank you. Nothing Husson could do. 7-5. The Eagles in front here, though they started ahead 6-1. Umpy has chipped away. Everything is magnified in the 5th set as it's 1st to 15, so don't need the longevity you need in any other set. You just need a good, solid run, and Husson may have had it early, but can they hold on is the question. Gabosh still with the serve for the Owls. She hits it one high, plays it safe. May Morse sets the Prescorn. Gardner, now Elijah going for the kill, but it's dug out. May Morse sets over to Gray. Gutierrez through the block, but Husson keeps it alive. Great save by Prescorn. Mateo on this end. Now Gardner, and now Colcow on the attack. There's Travis on the back row for Husson. Elijah went up for the block, and she got it. UMPI is back within one, 7-6. As if we couldn't get any more drama in this one. A sub in for Husson. It's Kim Daniels. First time in a while we've seen her. She's in for Kate McPhee. Just give her a quick breather here. Sure we'll see her again. She's been out there most of the day. That served too long from Gabosh, but UMPI thanks her for her service, quite literally, for the last few points. Another sub. Supposed to switch sides at the 8th point. That's a good call. Coach Bowman thinks of that. They should be switching sides in the 5th set. And they switch sides. Finally, our officials getting it right, as the teams will trade benches for the last time here today. Husson in front 8-6. Nyla Gabosh there, the hero UMPI needed to get back in this thing. Getting a bunch of points in a row, but the Eagles will have it. Now up 2 as they were finally able to end the run. Peliquin. The service for Husson, that is, excuse me. And Mateo mishits off the reception. So Husson will take that and run with it. They lead by 3 with the ball. Peliquin, Colcow, Gardner. Now Elijah on the kill, too much. 10-6, and Husson can breathe easy a little bit as they regain a 4-point advantage. In danger of getting it back to what it was to start the set at 5-0. Peliquin, Gutierrez, miscommunication. UMPI try to recover, and they do. Press scored, and now passes it over to Valiant. Mateo, Gardner, Gutierrez on the attack. Nothing doing. Husson wins another, and just like that, it's like it's 5-0 again, except the Eagles are 4 points away from putting this thing away. So all the work Gabosh did is undone here, although Peliquin hits her teammate Foss in the back of the head. A little grimace from her. Whoops. 11-7. Of course, you can smile when you lead by 4 in the last set. I like this. Maggie Prindle in for the first time. She's in for Aaron Otto. The Elves have been without Jade Onspach since she left, I think. I don't think she's been back on. Big spot for Elijah here. Prescorn passes it over. Gray, too much on it, just barely. Husson thought they had it. Take a look. Elijah with another serve. Man, that's close. A miss hit. UMPI will take the break. As Evie Elijah will have another one here. UMPI trailing by 2. They got within 1 at 7-6, at 6-7. And here they go again, trying to get back in this thing. Foss hits it, and a big point for Husson there, as that could have been a way different outlook had UMPI won. Here's Peyton Hooker back on. She's in for Kim Daniels. 12-9 Eagles. They're 3 points away. UMPI playing from behind this whole set. Since the 5-0 run, they have outscored Husson by 2, but that does not matter here. Husson trying to outlast them. A skip set. Surprise attack by Gardner. Husson's 8, ready for it. Colcow hits it high in the air. Gardner, soft touch. Over to Gutierrez. Hooker, May Morse. The attack from Gray. UMPI scrambling. Prindle hits it over to Gutierrez, the block. What a recovery as Gutierrez hits it back in the air, and UMPI will win the points. Just when you think they're down and outs, the Owls find a way. Gutierrez, great recovery, and then a nice kill And it's 12-10. Brooke Gardner with the serve. Played it short, and UMPI wins another. Gardner on the serve. She'll have it again, 12-11. See if Coach Lebsack wants his timeouts. No, he's just going to set him up a little differently, bring a couple up front. Gardner plays it short again. Miss hit on the dig. Prindle went up, lack of communication. UMPI wins the point. They say she broke the plane. We're tied at 12. No argument from Husson. Crazy turn of events here. Now Coach Lebsack will use his timeout, but unbelievable game we've had. UMPI fell behind 5-0, then 11-6, and they've tied it at 12 here in this final set. Remember, they were down 2-1 in sets. They had to win the fourth set to get it here. And they've done just that. And now it's anybody's ball game. UMPI has the serve. Brooke Gardner again played it short a couple of times, that threw Husson off. Sure, that's a point of talking here in this timeout by the Eagles. What a match we've had today at Wadene Gymnasium, and it's down to the final 3 points. Although we could go extras. With the way this thing's gone, wouldn't be surprised. 12-12, Brooke Gardner with the service. Playing it short again, this time too short, and Husson wins a big point out of that timeout. Every point's been huge as of late. Julia Levitt back on. She's been the star offensively. They want to try to get it to her here, I'm sure. Get this thing to a match point. Mateo in trouble, UMPI, and Husson has a match point at 14-12. The Owls were right there, folks, right there. And now Coach Bowman wants a timeout. Unreal. So Husson with a serve to win it here, 14-12. UMPI will have to break them and then win another to get this thing to extra points. Everything you can want in a volleyball match we've had today. 2 hours deep into this single game conference matchup that has huge, heavy playoff implications despite what time in the season we are. So it'll be the serve for Husson. It's Michaela Gray. It's been a consistent presence on the court all afternoon for the Eagles. Can she win it here? A tough one. Mateo receives it well, though. Gardner, now Gutierrez. May Morse, strong set, softly hit over. But now back to UMPI. Mateo. Kolkow, soft attack, and she gets the point. And UMPI lives to play another. Take a look. Riley Kolkow, great awareness. No, Husson was spread out and stretched thin there. So when UMPI needed one, Riley Kolkow delivered. And Brianna Bull-Hughes is back on. 14-13. They needed to break, and they did, and now they'll need another one here from Mia Gutierrez, who has the ball. Gutierrez, high arcing serve, played it safe, set in the air. Mateo dove for it, but Husson wins, and the Eagles take this thing in the closest possible finish we could have. 15-13 in the fifth set. Unbelievable game here today, as the Eagles in the end hang on for the victory. But what a game, folks. Congrats to the Husson Eagles. They outlast the Owls, and there's no other way to put it that they outlasted them. And win this thing in 5 sets, 15-13. The final set goes, and it was that early 5-0 run that ended up being the huge difference.